Hi guys, welcome back to Old Tek New Triks. This video has been inspired by two things. Number one, bear with me, a kind YouTuber called Jonathan Charong, sorry if I got your name wrong, commented on my AM1 Athlon rig, asking how hot it got in that terrible CIT case, this one. The answer was, under load, it didn't get any hotter than the hard drive, which was a terrible 2008 Hitachi thing that's so slow it's ridiculous, but yeah, it never reached 30 degrees. Which brought me on to question 2. How's that going to keep me warm in my shed, man? I mean, it's the winter, don't get cold in the winter. So, Shedinator Thermal Edition had to be born, the Shed Radiator. Choosing parts for this build was easy to start with. I needed heat, and who else in the tech industry creates heat more for your money than AMD? Before AMD fans dislike this video and start sending me hate mail, I'd just like to say that I love AMD just as much as Intel, but the truth is their parts make more heat than Nvidia and Intel. Apart from the AM1 in the Shedinator Mark 1, of course, that thing doesn't make any heat. So what parts did I pick for this build? Let's start off with the CPU. I went for an AMD FX 8350. Yes, I know the 9 series FX chips make stupid amounts of heat for your money. In my opinion, no chip should have a 220 watt TDP unless it's overclocked. I'm not going to pay AMD to cherry pick me a CPU that they overclock themselves. That doesn't make sense, man. An overclocked 8350 should give me enough heat to keep my hands warm, I think. Following the CPU is the motherboard. I picked the Gigabyte GA970A U3DP. Yeah, that one. I picked it due to its price of £71 and the fact it comes with an 8x2 power phase, which will allow me to overclock that 8 core quite reasonably, considering it's not a 990 FX board. Or an 8+2 phase. I don't know. I never really considered these things before. I really wanted the MSI 970 gaming motherboard, but unfortunately it wasn't in stock where I was purchasing my bits from. This leads me on to the GPU. Yeah. I managed to secure a GTX 770 for £90, which I was quite chuffed myself about. My inner soul was very proud of this purchase. With its ass-kicking performance and its 230 watt TDP, it should give me enough heat to keep my metaphorical chestnuts warm. So, with my GTX 770 secured, I needed at least a 650 watt power supply. Taking into consideration capacitor aging, I went with a Cooler Master B700 700 watt power supply. I did this because it is a really good power supply for its price. At 56 quid, this was a good bargain PSU. It's not silver certified, but a Russian review gave it their thumbs up, so it's good enough for the Russians, it's good enough for me. But the AMD fire spirits were not pleased with my decision. No. In their anger, they fired a flaming ball of flaming silicon at my shed. Thankfully, they missed the mark. Power driver. No? No one? After the ball of flaming silicon had cooled down, I realised it wasn't a ball of flaming silicon after all. It's actually an R9 290X with its reference cooler that had been playing a little bit too much Minecraft. Pleased with the AMD spirit's kindness, I started the task of finding a PSU to supplement this 300 watt TDP heat beast. I settled for a second-hand Corsair GS800 800 watt power supply. I did this because it was £50 on eBay and it has a red fan. Oh, it had the most amount of dust bunnies I've ever seen in a power supply. The case. I managed to secure myself a Cooler Master N300 mid-tower case for £10 on eBay. It came with no motherboard standoffs, screws or fans, but that's not going to stop a PC enthusiast, is it? For storage, I went with a 120GB HyperX Fury SSD which I secured for £40. With its 500 megabyte read and writes, it should be fast enough for my needs. I seconded it up with a second-hand 1TB Seagate spinning platter drive, which I've tested and is in pretty good shape. It's had about 204 days constant running from Dismark info, and it has no bad sectors after checking CTools. So happy days. I'm going to do a video on how to check your hard drives. If you want to see that, guys, let me know. Right, enough of this rubbish, on to the build.
You got an organ going there, no wonder the sound has so much body. The sound has so much body.
Right guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any suggestions or comments, please let me know. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is my first time trying a script. It didn't go as well as I liked, but I'm going to keep going at it. Maybe I need an auto cue or something. I'm sorry if I keep staring over there, that's where my screen is. Oh, I forgot to say. You obviously noticed I had to put the stock cooler in build. That is due to my original plan of using an Arctic Cooling 13 CPU cooler. I didn't quite have the mounting for it. So I settled for Cooler Master Hyper X, which added 2 extra fans on. So that's why it kind of changes during the B-roll. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, and you probably noticed that there's nothing in the Shedinator case. There's a good reason for that, and that's coming up as well. So I give a hint of shed bench. Yeah, okay. Thank you for watching my Shedtastic video. If you think it's Shedalicious, give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.